This video will be addressing recent news about the Identity 5 creator, SantiDevil. Before I begin discussing my thoughts on this situation, I have 6 disclaimers that are necessary to share. This video will feature mature topics not suited for younger viewers. For those uncomfortable with these topics, I have a list of points on the screen now that will be addressed in this video. If you will be watching the video, I ask that you will watch the entire thing from start to finish. If you stop midway through or skip around, you may miss some important information. This is a serious matter, and I am treating it as such, which is why the majority of this video will feature my voice alone with minimal editing. I do ask that if you will be watching this video, to give it your full attention despite the minimal editing. I will be reading from a script in this video to keep it organized, so I apologize if I sound robotic or unemotional. I ask that you do not repost this video elsewhere. I also ask that you do not clip portions of this video and repost them elsewhere. That is my personal wish, and I hope you will all respect that. I ask that you do not take anything I say out of context. This situation is highly serious, and all information in context is necessary to understand it completely. The reason why I am making this video is because of recent news that has come out about the creator, SantiDevil. For those unfamiliar with him, or how I relate to him, here is a short summary. Santi is a large IDV creator across multiple platforms, but mainly on YouTube. He and I were not only frequent collaborators, but also close friends. Santi and I met on May 13th, 2024, during which we encountered each other in an Identity 5 rank match. As fellow creators, we decided to reach out to one another and collaborate after this match. This led to us not only becoming frequent collaborators in both videos and live streams, but also becoming close friends. While it has only been a little over a year since I've known him, he became one of my closest and most trusted friends in the community. While we frequently collaborated on making Identity 5 content together, we also helped each other to make our content better. I helped Santi learn some of the in and outs of YouTube, like thumbnail design and video presentation. And in turn, he taught me a lot of history about Identity 5 and gave frequent tips on how to improve my gameplay. His personality was creative, eccentric, sometimes to a fault, but that was part of his charm. Many of Santi's fans, myself included, found the clash of a strong, high-level player mixed with a goofy and wild personality very engaging and fun. His creativity and passion shined through in his videos, from the editing to the self-drawn thumbnails that gave his content a strong sense of identity. I had a lot of respect for Santi's work ethic, positive attitude, and friendship. This was how I felt about Santi the past year. On May 31st, a TikTok by Les RuPaul was released that featured multiple accusations against Santi. In short, Santi was accused of the things now listed on the screen. Santi responded to the allegations in a now deleted livestream that same day. This livestream was an initial, highly emotional reaction from Santi. He deleted the livestream, and on June 1st, the following day, uploaded a video addressing the accusations with a clearer mind and his thoughts scripted out. This video will also be linked in the description. In this video, he apologized for many of his past mistakes. Santi's past behavior is reprehensible and should not be allowed. In his video, he addressed each accusation separately, sharing his side of the story. Each accusation, aside from one, could be forgiven, with a sincere apology and promise that he will be better. As someone who's only known Santi after he changed his behavior, I believe that the person he was then and the person that he is now are completely different. However, there is still one accusation Santi addressed that is not as easily forgiven nor dismissed. That is the one on screen right now. As someone who is easily uncomfortable with situations like these, I find it difficult to talk about out loud, so I will be limiting some of the things I speak with my voice. For this main allegation, Santi was involved in a relationship with a 16-year-old while being 19. In the community, there are many opinions about this age gap. Depending on who you asked, it could be seen as a non-issue or an extremely dangerous one. people found it difficult to determine whether it was acceptable or not. Many see this relationship as something that, while not ideal, is common in certain cultures. Santi grew up and currently lives in Mexico, and claims that relationships with age gaps like these were not uncommon. However, there are those who cannot see the age gap as anything but inappropriate, and is completely unacceptable to them. After this information came out, I decided to go on a break. I was very overwhelmed by the news and needed some time to think things through, rather than rushing into making a statement that may not have been accurate. I've spent the last few days talking with close friends about this situation, asking about their life experiences and what their thoughts were on the situation. We all came to this same conclusion. The age gap of 19 to 16 is a concerning relationship. Teenagers and young adults develop at different rates, and a lot can happen within 3 years. As someone who's come to know Santi, I wanted to believe that he had no bad intentions in this relationship. However, I cannot overlook how irresponsible this relationship was, and how it could be dangerous for the minor involved. Especially with Santi being a content creator in a community that includes a lot of children, this is not acceptable, regardless of how it is in different cultures. Even if you personally see the age gap as something unproblematic, it is disrespecting those, children and parents especially, who see it as dangerous. A child that cannot be comfortable around the content creators they watch, especially large ones with positions of power, is not something a community should ever have. Period. To reiterate, it is difficult as someone who knows Santi now to believe he had bad intentions, but I cannot deny the relationship was highly inappropriate, especially for a content creator. I do not condone this type of relationship regardless of cultural context, and if I were a parent, I would not want my child engaging in a community that allowed this behavior. Furthermore, on June 2nd, more information about Santi came out in a post by Kafka on Twitter. This will also be linked in the description below. This added on to the pre-existing allegations, topics of which are now shown on the screen. From this post, there is enough evidence to show that Santi was not responsible enough to be in a relationship due to his own mental health problems. That, and far more importantly, there were multiple minors with ages ranging from 14 to 15 that he entered relationships with. With a larger age gap, multiple cases, and a screenshot from Santi himself claiming the words on the screen right now, it is clear that he should not be excused for this disgusting behavior. No matter how I felt about him as a friend, these events show a pattern of activity that I cannot ignore or support. As of today, I will be cutting contact with Santi immediately, both publicly and privately, and will no longer create content with him. I also suggest other content creators to do the same. Furthermore, I no longer believe Santi is mature or responsible enough to have a platform in this community. Content creation, while a fun job, comes with certain responsibilities. One of the most important jobs is creating a healthy and safe environment, especially for children, one that protects them. This is not something Santi can be trusted with anymore. Even if the person he is today has changed, there is too much risk and danger with him in this community. There may even be more information that comes to light in the coming days, but I personally believe that the information we have now is enough to make a conclusion that he no longer has a place in this community. Because of our past friendship, it is my hope that the community will allow Santi to leave swiftly and quietly, without amassing a hate mob. If you're only watching this video to hear my statement on Santi, you may click off now. I have nothing more to say about it. As for me personally, I am absolutely heartbroken about this situation. I woke up the last few days hoping all of this was nothing but a bad dream. I wanted so badly for things to work out. Now, it feels like the positive space and trust the community has been working at building recently has crumbled. and I now find it harder to trust people as well. Going forward, for the next little while, I'll be sticking in my own lane when it comes to content. I will not be collaborating with any other creators unless I feel like I can trust them. Wounds like these take time to heal, not just my own, but the entire community's as well. Santi's absence will be felt, and it will hurt. It is okay to be mad and upset. I only ask that you channel those emotions in a healthy way. You can disengage, you can take a break, talk with a friend, whatever you need to do to process this. I hope that over time, this wound in the community can heal, and we'll be back stronger than ever. Please be sure to take care of yourselves and each other. That's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.